I'm Jim White. Today, Savor Wine and Food takes you to the world-famous Gaylord, Texas. And Chef Joanne Bondy at Old Hickory Steakhouse has a wonderful treat in store for you.
Well, today I want to show you a great dish we have at Old Hickory, a Sandero chili rub Niman Ranch New York strip. We're going to use a signature Sandero rub that we have here at Old Hickory, and we're going to serve that with habanero cream corn, and we hope you enjoy. So I'm going to show you how to do it. We make our own rub here at Old Hickory, and it's a special recipe, special ingredients, but we do use Mexican coffee as part of one of the ingredients. So I'm just going to put it on there like you would blackening seasoning. And then I'm going to put it in a dry pan and just sear it on each side. You can do this on the grill if you like, but we like to do ours in the pan for this steak because it just is a beautiful presentation. So now once I've put the rub on the New York strip, I'm going to put it into a plain pan, no oil, and sear each side. And we're going to get it nice and toasty while we're cooking our habanero corn. So while that's cooking on each side, you're going to get nice and caramelized from all the ingredients of the Sandero rub. I've got fresh corn. We roast it in the shuck. We peel it and cut it off the cob. We do this fresh daily. We go through about 4 cases of corn here at Old Hickory to do that. So start with a little butter. And you don't want to brown the butter, just keep it nice and clear. Then I'm going to add a little bit of white onion. White onion's a real mellow flavor. It's not going to change the sweetness of the corn as a Spanish onion would or a red onion. And then we're going to saute that onion just a little bit so it's transparent. And to that we're going to add our fresh corn. Now the habanero from this, which is called the habanero cream corn, what we do is we take heavy cream and we steep the habaneros in the heavy cream and just season it a little bit. But what we do is reduce the cream by half so that when we cook with it, it doesn't take as long to reduce that and make it a nice quick dish. And this is a great dish for any time. You can prepare the cream ahead, you can prepare the corn ahead, and then when it comes time to having your party or having dinner, just put it together at the last minute. It's nice and fresh and hot. To this you can add lobster, shrimp, crab, herbs, sliced jalapenos, fresh vegetables. But today I'm going to keep it as we do it here at Old Hickory and serve it with a Sandero rub New York strip. Once this is kind of like what we say blackened on one side, I'm going to just check it out. That's a great color. I'm going to turn it over and blacken the other side. And sometimes I like to just sear off the edges too because it gives it nice flavor when you cut into it. And also it reduces that fat down a little bit and cooks the seasoning into the fat. So depending on how you like your steak cooked, I usually serve this mid-rare, medium rare. But if you want it more well done, then you want to turn the heat down a little bit and cook it a little slower. Or you can just finish it in your oven if you have it on with something else cooking for your dinner. So I've heated the corn just enough to have all the flavors come together. I'm going to season it with a little salt and white pepper. And then add the habanero cream. The starch from the corn is going to reduce that with the cream, so you don't need to cook it too long because it will come together real nicely in about a minute. And the key is don't have your heat up too high because you don't want to scorch the corn or scorch the cream. Okay, so we've got a little bubble. It's all already tightened up and is a little bit thick around the corn, and it is ready to serve. So I'm going to pull that down to a low, just let it simmer for a second while my steak finishes. And we'll be ready to have a lovely dish. Now if you're going to have a glass of wine with your meal, I would suggest a Cabernet Franc or a nice Zinfandel. Zinfandel with a little bit of fruit is going to react really well to the spice in this meat. So the habanero corn, I'm going to add little herbs. I'm going to do a little basil and parsley. Those are really nice herbs that complement the corn. I add the herbs to the last just so they stay nice and bright and have a good color in the corn. Okay, we are ready to plate. So what I'm going to do on my plate, I'm going to put a little bit of corn. Now this also goes great in a side dish if you're doing family style. Now on my steak, I like it to rest. Whenever I grill a steak or pan sear a steak, I like it to rest so all the juices come back together. It calms down a little bit, and then when we cut into it, we don't lose all the beautiful moisture and the juices from the meat. If you like, you can leave it whole, but I like to slice it because I think it just adds a little nicer presentation, and it's a little easier to eat. Here we have our Sandero chili rubbed Niman Ranch New York strip on the habanero corn. I hope you enjoy.
Thanks to Chef Joanne Bondy at Gaylord Texan's Old Hickory Steakhouse. Didn't that steak look wonderful? I'm going to try it. I hope you will too. Join us next time. Savor Wine and Food with Jim White.